Greetings to you all over the world. I know you're watching me from everywhere in the world. Thank you for watching. If you ever see my videos, please do subscribe, as I wish to show you more about life in general and surprises like I see in England. This is Carshalton. I was just taking a walk around and look what I saw. The Anglican Church is a fascinating church. It's a building that is a replica of every Anglican church in England. Wherever you go, you see the same building. And they always have a symmetry within the courtyard of the church. So it is almost exactly the same wherever you go in England. The church is the same. In Carshalton, however, maybe I didn't notice in other towns and places, it so happens to be close to a bar. There's a bar, not even a stone's throw away, where one could go and down a few before getting to church or getting out of church on their way home. So it is completely the opposite to what I've seen in Africa, where a church is built away from a beer garden or beer hall, because the two are expected to be associated. A drunkard is not expected in church, and a Christian is not expected to walk into a bar. However, in real life, this happens. So watch with me here as you see or walk along with me in Carshalton, as I see and wander around the church. As you can see, I walked up and down around it just to see, in the exception of getting inside. Surely I could have got inside. One day I'll get the opportunity to see the inside of the church, to see if it is exactly the same as the others that I have been in. But I know the English have one thing in common: they always make sure they maintain a standard, and the standards are maintained throughout wherever they do. There's no exception in the walkway as well, so well barricaded to prevent people being struck by vehicles traveling on a very close road, in very close proximity to the pavement. So it's such a narrow place. Anywhere else in the world there would be fatalities and so on, but in England they play with the rules. You have to observe the law, and a barricade is a barricade, a walkway is a walkway, a pavement, that is the case. You cannot drive on the pavement, and in some cases it's barricaded, just as you see here. I was walking around and you can see the traffic as it buzzes around the heart and bustle. I took most of the time This is one of the churches in Carshalton, and this one is Carshalton All Saints, Church of England. That noise behind me is the traffic close by, just passing close by. As you can see or can hear, it's so close that the noise is unbearable, but the buildings are so close to the road, and the path is just between the two, the main road and the building. So the noise cannot be avoided. So as I walked into the Carshalton town, I could see that there's not much difference elsewhere. all over the place, the narrow streets. However, I cannot get or overlook the fact that the transport system in England is well prepared, is well organized. The buses, the red buses, do a good job. As you can see around, as people walk and they enjoy their own. As I was walking here, you can see that I was walking on a narrow pavement, but the people you see coming from the bus, and there is another bus behind it, and the people walking about in the street. The bus system is so efficient. You don't need a car if you really are economic. If you want to survive economically, you don't need a car. I will tell you one other issue about cars in England. They cost a lot. There's a lot involved in owning a car. So the best way is to avoid it and just walk and get on the bus. The paying system of the buses with the Oyster or bank card is so efficient. You don't need to carry cash. There's no cash on the British buses in England, London especially. I don't know from other towns, but in London you don't pay cash. You just have to use your card, tap your card on the item on the door and walk in, and it automatically charges your card. So everything is practically efficient, if not very efficient. I'm yet to go into other countries and see how the buses work. I have been to Paris, but I never got onto a bus. Instead, I used a taxi. You need to get some more time and get onto a bus and train to see if they match with England. I would like to see the difference. So Carshalton is a small town, but there's a lot to see, and a few parks around. People always go around over the weekend. There are many things to be done, and like I said, the buses are readily available to get to and out of the little town within London. So these red buses are very efficient. And here I was surprised to see a road called Salisbury Road. It reminds me of the capital of Harare, or of Zimbabwe, is Harare. It used to be called Salisbury during the colonial era. So please, thank you for watching.